Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Universal Studios. Now yesterday I did a reopening video for Islands of Adventure, but today I brought Nikki with me and we're going to check out Studios. And today's interesting because it's pass holder preview day.
Yes.
So the crowd level will be a bit higher.
Yes, it will.
You ready to go inside and check it out?
I am. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this forever.
Well, wait no longer. Let's go inside. But before we begin, we publish theme park videos on this channel all the time. So hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you'll know when another video is ready for you to view. And look what they have parked out front before the arches. We have a little Despicable Me Minion Mayhem vehicle. This is cool. Okay, we have made it inside the park with relative ease. It was pretty easy to get in. Yeah,
exactly. So if you're coming tomorrow, make sure that you have your annual pass as well.
Yeah. And then the 5th is for everyone, so yes. We'll see how that works as well. How does it feel to be inside the park? Hearing the music and seeing the sights and the people?
Awesome, I missed it so much. It's so wonderful.
Now, I did a video on Islands of Adventure yesterday. Click right up here to see that. Watch it after this video. And then a lot of you guys have submitted questions to me to try to answer for you.
Right.
We'll do that throughout the day, but first, let's go check on the Bourne Spectacular. One question that I've been asked, what do I know about the Bourne Spectacular opening? I know nothing. I do know they've added these cool posters to the facade of the building though. That's looking neat. We're still awaiting word as for the grand reopening, or actually the opening, the first opening of Bourne. So we'll see about that. Good to see you again, Marilyn. We missed you. Just walking down Hollywood Boulevard, trying to catch up with Marilyn, see what she's doing down here. How's it feel, Nikki?
Love it. Oh, I missed it so much. I'm so happy.
Oh, the sights and the sounds, the people, it's amazing.
You can't see it, but my cheeks hurt already from smiling so much.
What we need to do, but since it's now 9 o'clock, we need to kind of figure out the virtual passes and stuff.
Yes.
Let's check on Marilyn first, and then we'll check out the virtual passes.
Will do.
There she is again. Before we check on Marilyn again, she's just driving around. I think they're gonna park her somewhere for a photo op. They painted the Simpsons RV. It's now yellow. This is totally different. It was not my intention, Nikki, to meet with Marilyn so soon. Okay, this is pure happenstance, but let's check out the whole procedure for getting a picture with Marilyn.
Sounds good.
So she parks her car, and then her handlers, they put down the social distancing marker wherever she parks the car. That's how it works. And that's how you do a meet and greet photo op with Marilyn.
That's right.
And probably a lot of the characters. You know, we'll try to catch some more throughout the day.
Yeah.
Let's go over here and did you get some virtual line passes?
I got one for Hagrid's at $4.50.
Oh, $4.50. I don't know if we're gonna be here that long.
I don't think so, but it's okay.
Hey, wait a second though. It's now, come here, baby. They are just, you know, they're going all in on yellow too. Painting the bus here, the RV yellow.
Yeah, the RV, they got a paint job.
I wonder why they did that. Why'd they choose yellow? I did get a question from one of you viewers. What about the horror makeup show? And no, they are not doing those shows currently in this phase of reopening. But they have a stage out here for something, one of the shows, I guess. Well, I'll inquire about this. The stage here, right across from Mel's, by the horror makeup show, is actually for Maryland and the Diamond Bellas to do their show.
Oh, neat!
Normally they do that in New York by Macy's.
Yeah.
But they're moving it over here. Maybe we can check that out later.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think the first show is like an hour and a half.
That's right.
We'll see. We got lots to do, lots to check out, lots of questions to answer. The meet and greet for the Transformers, pretty much the same as always.
Oh, there's a spider web.
Save that for outtakes. Yes, I did.
So, we haven't been here for so long, there's spider webs.
It's been a while, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Spider webs. So, we wanted to show you guys how the virtual lines were working today.
Right.
You tried a couple things and you recorded the screen, right?
Yes, I didn't record the Hagrid one for some reason. I was able to get on it and get it, but after that, on either one of our phones, we haven't been, it just...
We tried for Gringotts.
Yes.
And what else did we try? Something else?
Mummy.
Yeah, and it kept giving an error.
Yeah.
A lot of things are right now, but you know, get on right away, just a 5-minute wait. Because I wanted to show you guys the 3D goggles. I'll just have to explain it. Rides that have 3D goggles are still operating. It's just that an attendant will hand you the goggles. Instead of you reaching into a bend and everyone reaching into a bend, you are handed your 3D goggles.
Okay.
So don't worry, if you want 3D experiences, they are still here. So it's 9:25 in the morning. The Mummy has a standby wait of 25 minutes. There are no more virtual line passes available.
Right, and this is after I tried first thing at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, now the parks were opened an hour early for hotel guests.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe that played a factor, but who knows?
Well, you couldn't register until 9 anyway. It wasn't even letting you register until 9.
Oh, wow. So I guess what we're learning here is that not everything, you don't have to do everything via virtual line.
Okay.
There are still standbys.
Yeah.
So let's try out a 25-minute standby with the Mummy.
Okay.
See what that's like.
Sure.
Into the lockers. To the right is if you are dropping off your bags before the ride, and to the left is where you go after you've gotten off the ride to get your stuff out of the locker. Getting off the Mummy for the first time in months.
Yes.
Nikki, you've got to feel good.
I loved it. It was awesome.
Couple of things of note.
Yeah.
The queue, the listed wait time was 25. We did it in 18.
Yes.
We explored part of the queue we've never seen before.
That's true.
And they were playing the movie in this section, weren't they?
They sure were. Yeah. It was neat. It was neat to see back there because we hadn't seen back there before.
Yeah. First time we've actually seen the movie while waiting in the queue.
Yeah, exactly.
And they did have these social distance markers in the queue.
Yes.
Which can be challenging, right? If the party ahead of us was like 6 people.
Yeah, so they took up all 6 feet.
They took up a lot of square footage.
They did, so it was a little awkward. There was times when we were like, forward, backward,
Yeah, we tried to stay an extra line back.
Yeah, we did.
Now, as far as the ride itself, they did social distance on the ride.
Yes.
For example, we were in row 1, and then that party of 6, they were so large, they took up rows 3 and 4.
Right, so they separated a whole row in between us.
Yeah, and that seems to be what they're doing regardless, is they will have a row between parties.
Yes, and they give you hand sanitizer before you get on the ride.
Yeah.
So that was good.
And I don't think that's optional. I think you have to do the hand sanitizer before the ride.
Right.
But we did notice after Brandon got his cup of coffee, we could see the unload of the car ahead of us.
Yes.
And once they unloaded, they did spray down the cart.
Yeah, with the spray bottle. There was a squirt, squirt, squirt all over. So they are doing it.
Yep, so after a ride, it is clean.
Yes, and it drives fast. Like, we didn't even realize when we sat in that it had been sprayed.
Right.
So they squirt it drives fast.
There you go. So we are over here in Old New York by the Blues Brothers show, their stage. And you can see they have the markers on the bricks here for the show.
Yes, they do.
So you have a show, you can still stand. I guess your party will kind of stand. It'll be interesting how it really works with a large crowd though. But they have planned for it. We're going to go over to Ride Rockit right now because one of the team members notified us they'd be working today, and we're going to give them this decal that Nikki makes. She also makes on her Etsy. Check out that shirt. It's an iron-on of a UOAP decal she designed. It's a part Jurassic Park, part Avengers, and part Potter. So go check out her Etsy for that. And let me see the team member one more time. There you go. Very cool. Let's go over to Ride Rockit and meet the team member. We'll do this. We'll drop off this decal, and then I'll pull up the question you guys have asked me and do my best to try to answer some of those questions. No virtual line needed for Ride Rockit, as it is just a 10-minute standby right now. Actually, we're going to ride Ride Rockit right now since it's only 10 minutes. Hey, what's up everybody? We just got off of Ride Rockit. No, my mask did not fly off.
Mine did fall, though. It did.
I'm just taking a water break. I did have a little trouble with the mask on that ride though.
Yes, I did. It definitely fell down.
What song did you choose this time? I chose a different song. I want to know what you chose.
Oh, Kickstart My Heart. Motley Crue, like always.
Usual?
Yeah, my usual. Well, my go-to recently, anyway.
I went with Gloria Gaynor. I Will Survive.
You survived!
That's what I'm feeling like. I have survived. We're back in the park. We all have survived.
Yes!
Oh, sweet relief.
Everybody is just so happy and excited to be here. I mean, everybody we talk to is just, you know, having a great day.
Oh, FYI, I'm just seeing a group of people walk by.
Yes.
They're not wearing masks. They have those face shields.
Yeah, without the mask.
Yeah. So I guess that's allowable.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the park and there's 3 women walking right by with the face shield
Yeah,
on,
maybe I'll try that as well.
Heck yeah, man.
I just don't know how it would sound like, you know, when I'm doing the recordings here.
Like Bane, more, because that'd be more echoey.
But so we're an hour and a half into this.
Yes.
We've done the Mummy, Ride Rockit, and I'm ready for a mask change. I'm gonna finish my water, or most of it, and then I'm switching to a cleaner mask already.
Wow.
Well, it's you know, it's a little bit muggier today, so I'm sweating more.
Yeah.
And plus, it's all the wind damage from the ride, so I just want a fresh mask.
Well, that's good. I will say that being here too, have your patient pants on. It's a slow going with social distancing of getting in and out of lockers. In the locker and then coming back and getting in line to get your stuff out of the locker.
Well, let me explain what they do is, like we were in locker bank 7.
For Ride Rockit.
So if someone ahead of us also has 7, they will only do one group at a time.
Right.
So we have to wait for them to finish up, and then we can go. So they're making sure that locker areas aren't crowded.
Yes, I mean, and then they only allow certain numbers in, so like if you go in to drop your stuff off, you might have to wait until someone picks stuff up. So it's like they go from one line to the other to let you in. So you definitely have to be patient.
Order your patient pants with your mask. So now that we've given Keenan his little sticker, his vinyl, and we've ridden Ride Rockit, now we really need to find a quiet spot and kind of go through this list of questions you guys have given me. Let's go find someplace maybe not so noisy. So here's my secondary mask. Don't know how I feel about this one either. We'll just see how it goes. But I'll do my best to answer some of these questions. I know some of them are going to be tough. Go ahead.
Exactly. Okay, so number 1, and sorry if you can't hear us, talking through a mask is very challenging, so we'll try to be as clear as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 1, can you do more than 1 virtual line at a time? Is it just 2 per universal account?
You can do more than 1 at a time.
You just can't load up on like a 1 ride. I think if we wanted to have the Mummy, we could have it 2 times, but we can't have like 5 or 6 already lined up for the Mummy. So I think once we're done, like if we did the Mummy twice, then we get back on and get some more Mummies. We just can't have more than 2 Mummies at a time, or whatever ride. See, I knew to go this way.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm saying, oh my God.
So what happens then? Okay, no, I just want 2 different rides. Can I sign up for 2 different rides?
Yes, you can sign up for as many rides as you want.
It's unlimited?
Yeah.
Oh.
If it works. But what you can't do, you can't like have your, let's say our favorite ride's the Mummy.
Right.
We can't pick 5 different time slots at once for the Mummy.
Okay, I got you.
We could do 2.
Okay. All right, now here's the situation though. It's been difficult. We've been here since 8:45 and we were only able to sign up for Hagrid's. That's it. So,
well, a lot of it has been Ride Now.
Yes, we've been lucky on that aspect is that we got here early, so a lot of the Ride Now is we just, you know, kind of go through the queue. But as the day goes on and it gets more busy, I'm sure that's not going to be the case. Is it only virtual lines or are there also standby?
It is both. They have standby and virtual line.
Now for Hagrid's it wasn't.
Right.
It was virtual line and that's it. Go get your virtual line at IOA while physically being at US.
Yes, you don't have to be in the particular park.
Right, exactly.
Nikki was in Universal Studios when she got her virtual line for IOA's Hagrid.
Yes, exactly. So you don't have to be near the ride to get it, nothing like that. Do you have to wait until you're off one ride to get on the virtual queue for another ride?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Express passes, they work as usual.
Yes, they do, and honestly, it's worth it, I swear. I mean, we don't ever want you to have to spend extra money, but seriously, Express Pass, because of the whole virtual line thing, might be worth it if you're coming down on vacation.
Yeah, that might be the way to go, so you're not having to deal with standby, which will be longer, and you won't have to deal with a virtual line and being denied a virtual line, stuff like that.
Exactly.
And we're back with a different mask. I did not like that one.
No, you couldn't talk with it. It was too short.
That messed up my answers. I would have answered better in this mask. Forgive me.
All right, next one. Is it true that if you're staying at a Universal hotel, you will not be denied entry?
That is true. If you are on resort, you're staying in their hotel, you are guaranteed to get into the parks.
Do they still allow for child swap? And if they do, how will that work or look? Some of the child swap rooms are small.
Child swap was operating as usual as far as I could tell.
Yes, when we got off the Mummy, we noticed that the child swap was there. There was only one family in there, but
I don't know what they would do if like 5 families showed up. I don't know that though.
And then how is social distancing working out?
It works better spots that have all the markings.
In the queues, it's perfect. It's awesome. The social distancing in queues is great.
Because it's clearly marked.
Yes. Outside, a little bit more challenging.
And just wandering around the park, it's as usual.
Yes. Is it safe to go to the parks?
I feel, now this is more of a personal thing.
It is personal, yeah.
I feel like it is safe, but that's me. So I really can't answer for you if you would feel safe. You can only watch these videos and see what I present and see if that makes you feel safe.
Exactly.
Like today we found out about them spraying down the rides after people get off.
And that's nice, I like that.
You know, so does that make you feel safe?
Right.
You know, if it does, then maybe you're more likely to come, you know?
Exactly. That's all a very personal, you know, opinion on that, definitely.
I can only speak for myself, and I feel safe.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it. And I think the Blues Brothers are on, so we can see about social distancing during a performance.
Let's go watch the show.
No, let's go.
You guys want me to do one more or what? Okay, hit it.
An awesome performance by the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
I hope I gave you a good look of how the social distance thing works during that show.
Yep.
So fun to see them out. And you know what? What I really like about today is the live entertainment.
Yes, it makes all the difference having live entertainment again.
It really brings a lot to the atmosphere.
It really does, and it's such a party, like, fun atmosphere. It's so awesome.
Well, that show's great. Now we didn't see Maryland. I don't know if we'll catch that show, but again, it's nice that they are having the live entertainment.
Yes, 100%.
It brings so much to the park experience.
And honestly, yeah, it makes it feel more like usual,
yes,
right?
Yes. And now I think we will make our way to Diagon Alley. Nikki has not been in the Wizarding World in some months now, and she is dying for a butterbeer. Before that, should we get a slice of Louies Pizza? You have got to be getting hungry.
Yeah, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I was too excited to get over here. But yeah, I've been missing Louies Pizza, so let's go get some.
Agreed. And this is the line to get into Louies.
Totally probably dancing.
No, I missed it. I missed it. There you go.
I was dancing and I didn't know.
Yeah.
We were gonna try to see if Finnegan's was open.
I think it is.
I think so. So that was Jackie from Super Enthused breaking the info to me. There's 2 chill out zones where you can hang out with your mask off. One is at Central Park. After lunch here, we'll go check those out. Sitting down at a table for lunch, getting a break from the mask feels good. And like I said outside, we saw Jackie from Super Enthused. I didn't know about the comfort areas or whatever they're called, but when we're done here, let's go to the one at Central Park. And she said the other one is by Men in Black. So let's enjoy our, oh, Fear Factor, like that area. We'll go check that out as well. But that's after we enjoy our Louies Pizza. And as noted in the previous video, the one I did for Islands of Adventure, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The refillable cups do still work. It's just, and as usual, you go up, you fill up your cup, and then when you're done, there is an attendant there that will clean down everything. So, refillable cups, as you know, business as usual. And here's a quick view of the social distancing tables, how they have everyone spread out. So a little bit of a procedure change for Louies. No more going through this buffet style line where you go and look through the glass to see the pizzas. You either sit at your table and you do a mobile order before you get to your table, or while you're at your table, someone will come ask you for your order. But while they do that, they will promote mobile ordering. And here it is, Louies jumbo slice of pizza. Oh, it's been a long time, Louis. Masks back on, and on to Diagon Alley. Chez Alcatraz is not open because it's a bar, but we did run into our buddy Murph today.
We sure did.
Should I cut in Murph right now, slice him into the video, that the whole ocean attack drink again?
He's never gonna live it down. Let's do it.
I'm trying to make him famous. Here we go, one more time. Murph doing the ocean attack.
Shark! Swim to the beach, swim fast, and don't look back, getting close, oh no, Sharknado! Chop, 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 chop. Think you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Excellent job, Murph. Hopefully not too much longer. You'll be back here making it for some other people. Over here at King's Cross Station, the wait time for Hogwarts Express is 55-minute standby. They do not have virtual line for this, and as I spoke to the team member, they do not intend to have a virtual line for this ever.
Right, so it will always be standby.
And most likely a long wait.
Yes, and they're just learning the loading mechanism, so they said to try to, you know, it will need patience.
Every so often, throughout the park, we'll see these signs here. Now, I don't think they're doing paper maps anymore, but they do have this throughout the park, a reminder for health, you know, you have to wash your hands, and a little map of kind of where you are and where the restrooms are. For the love of God, can we just get inside of Diagon Alley already?
I know, I need my butterbeer.
Hey, I'm gonna get one too. So it's nice to see Stelson and Warbeck and the Banshees out.
Yeah.
They just like reblocked their set though.
Yeah, they're socially distant as they're performing. It's awesome.
The Banshees are a little further apart and Celestina's up on the balcony there.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't expect it, so it's a nice surprise.
Yeah, right?
Hey, there's Nikki's face. Cheers. A butterbeer maskless. That's a new order.
A maskless butterbeer.
Yeah. But this beer, oh, you're already sipping on hers.
Oh yeah, no, I started already. I was like, oh, I need it.
As usual, Nikki went with the frozen butterbeer, and as typical for me, I went with just the regular like soda style butterbeer. As I'm over here sipping my butterbeer, half gone, I'm so sad. I'm sad it's half gone already. We've been running into, you know, fans and viewers and pass holders, and a lot of people, they are having issues with the virtual line system.
Oh, yeah.
The same story that we're sharing with the times not being, any times being available,
Yeah.
and then when there is a time available, you click on the time and you go to claim it, it's coming up as an error. So, I mean, it's not just us, multiple people are telling us about this.
Right, so they're still trying to work out the kinks and everything. I mean, and think of how many people and how many times and how many rides and people are trying to get on it. So it's just gonna take time for them to work it all out. I feel like that's why, and I don't mean to interrupt you because I know you want to say something, but maybe that's why they're starting it out on us, on the pass holders, as us little guinea pigs.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm not even needed, and I'm sure a lot of people will love just to have you.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
But that's what I was going to say is that's why they're having team member previews and pass holder previews, is to stress the system.
Yes, exactly, and it's stressed out today.
Oh yeah, it was not stressed with you know, the team member preview.
No.
But it's getting stressed today.
Exactly.
But with all that being said, I'm not trying to bash the system. I mean, I think Universal has done a great job. This was a big challenge. You know, this was this was a big hurdle for them to clear.
Yes, and you know what? I really admire and how do I want to say it? The Universal's leading the way with the theme parks. I'm really super proud to be an annual pass holder, and like I said, and you've said too, is that working out the kinks, but it's going to be a good system. I know it will be eventually.
Yeah, all they have to do, they have to have some time to go by, have the system stressed, learn from it and improve it. But I mean, this is a big change in how operations are done. So I think they're doing a fantastic job overcoming some of these hurdles.
Agreed.
Oh well, what the heck? Let's give you a bathroom review while we're at it. What's going on with the restrooms? And you know what? I've never paid attention to those bathrooms. It's, you know, they're kind of cute. The outside facade, not bad looking for a bathroom. But oh man, as we look across the way here by Krusty Land, the clouds are building. Rain is on the way. We better show you these relaxation zones and maybe get out of here. So over here by Fear Factor, this is the relaxation zone where you can take your mask off and relax. This is nothing I've seen advertised, so thank you so much. I think we will partake of some relaxation. Okay, so technically it's a you rest zone. I get it. You as in Universal.
And then rest.
Yeah, give your face a rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So forgive me for calling it a relaxation zone.
But that's where you would relax.
That's where your Rix flicks and relax. That's just part of my terminology. But it's a you rest zone.
Yes.
So how were the bathrooms?
Okay, so the stalls, not to get too technical, but all the stalls were open. There was no social distancing within the stalls, let's just say.
Okay.
You know, like every other stall.
They didn't X out of stalls?
Yeah, they didn't X out stalls, which I thought, you know.
Better for the price.
Right, but they did do that for the sinks. So it's every other sink is available, and they pretty much, like, I didn't read it, so I went to, no one was around, so I made a mistake by myself. So no one saw me, so I can't be embarrassed. Well, unless I'm telling you now. But anyway, so I went to and it seemed like the water wouldn't even turn on that sink. So
I hate it when that happens.
There was a sign up that said, you know, social distancing, don't use this sink or whatever. And yeah, and the water didn't even turn on, so I was like, oh, the water's not turning on. So I went to the next one, I'm like, oh, there's a sign. So you guys are smarter than me now, because I've shared my pearls of wisdom.
I see your mistake now.
I didn't read.
And I mentioned this earlier, the facade of that bathroom, quite charming.
It is.
I never noticed before today, but quite charming.
I think it had to do with Jaws and a New England style shaker house.
Yes, and you know what?
And I think it's an original, and it's raining.
I feel the rain. I told you it was going to rain, guys. I was just showing them the Krusty Land and the clouds. Yep, I'm a Florida boy. I know about 10 minutes before it comes when it's coming. And time to break out the umbrellas.
Oh, yes, now.
The Simpsons ride is just it's a 30-minute standby wait right now. This is the line for the Springfield quick service restaurants, and this is the line for the taco truck. So across from the Animal Actor Show and very near the Back to the Future train is the next entrance for your You Rest area. Well, alrighty guys, I think that's going to do it for today. The rain is starting to come down a little too heavy now.
Yeah.
We'll be back. There's plenty of changes for us to discuss in future videos.
That's true, it's ever evolving.
There'll probably be a correction I have to make for something I said earlier in this video. I apologize in advance for that.
We're just going based on all the information that we have at the time.
I'm trying to, you know, relearn some things here.
Yes, it's a learning curve for us all, don't worry.
I'm an old dog.
You can learn new tricks.
I can. And with that being said,
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
thanks for watching Rix Flicks, and now it's time to relax.